Once upon a time, Jake and Emily, a young couple, were traveling along Route 66 in their old Ford Mustang, looking for a new adventure. Suddenly, their car sputtered and died right beside an ancient, desolate cemetery. They were stuck on a deserted road, with no sign of civilization, just old, twisted trees and the eerie sound of the wind. As the sun went down, the cemetery took on a chilling shape. The old marble gravestones looked like ghosts in the gathering darkness, and a strange coldness hung in the air. Jake tried everything to fix the car, but to no avail. Emily stared anxiously at the cemetery, where the branches hung like skeletal arms. Suddenly, they heard a whisper emanating from the cemetery. It was not a regular whisper, but a cold, ancient voice calling their names. Jake tried to reassure Emily, but his own heart was pounding. They decided to wait in the car until morning, but every passing moment intensified their fear. Around midnight, Emily looked out the window. Her eyes widened in terror. Amidst the graves, a faint, ghostly shadow appeared, the figure of a phantom woman with hollow, dark eyes. She frantically woke Jake up, but when he looked, there was nothing. Jake insisted, "It's just your imagination." But Emily was convinced she had seen something. Before dawn, they heard the whisper again, but this time it was clearer. They felt as if something was calling them by name. Jake bravely grabbed the flashlight and stepped out of the car to find the source of the sound. Emily was trembling with fear, but she knew she couldn't leave him alone. As they approached the cemetery, the voice grew clearer, and they saw a faint light near an old tombstone. Their steps slowly moved toward the light, as if something was drawing them in. Finally, they reached the grave, and what they saw was unbelievable. There lay an old radio playing by itself, with a woman's voice singing old jazz tunes. But this was no ordinary woman's voice. It was an ancient, chilling, and mysterious sound that sent shivers down their spines. Jake reached to turn the radio off, but before he could, a horrifying scream erupted from the device, making their hair stand on end. As they turned to rush back to the car, they realized hands were emerging from the cemetery ground, as if the dead were trying to pull them down. The phantom shadow was moving toward them, its empty eyes fixed on them. They had no way to escape. With the first rays of dawn, the hands retreated into the earth, and the ghostly shadow vanished. They managed to get out of there with the help of a passing truck driver, but the memories of that night would forever haunt them. To this day, they tremble with fear whenever they talk about that night.